spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well done to sniff that up. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Mitchell.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. The tight end in motion right.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
He'll look to throw. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions 7, Vikings 0.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
Commander Wongu on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Uses the stiff arm.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, here comes Swift.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
And the big fella stepped that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Vikings are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 until it's set and down. And that one results in 35 yards.
Exactly what they need to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Back to the ground, Cook. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Lewis. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo play, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. A young quarterback, Charles, running to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, Jeff. Remember, with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one. That is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
From the 6.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So,
wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 70 yards. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
yeah, you're right about that. It was a small manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left.
And pass caught. It's Williams.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw now on first down. That one complete. He finds Sharp.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Second and 5. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41.
This is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense beat a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, the second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. Look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. It's complete to Cook. Touchdown, Vikings! Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. Now Goff on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Well, to be blunt, not only he's going right for his defense in his run game, but that's something right there. It's still in the 3rd quarter. It will take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, and they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 4. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Cook. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to throw here. And complete, right side to Cook. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fields it right around the goal line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And
now here's another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they wanted now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 33 yards that time. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. On the move past the 40.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. At this point, down big, you have to imagine this defense is just going to sit back, blocking the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Vikings now to start their next drive.
And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. We'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Vikings first down as they're able to get the